Oh, say does that star-spangled...
Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Out on the block, it's Tatum with Kata. Pritchard and White are their guards. And it's Brown in at the small forward. Now here's Brown. Tatum wide open. He fires one. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Red Hot. Buries the long-range jumper. Red Hot's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Tatum no good. With the drive and the powerful one-handed slam.
Not just a scorer, Thomas also shows he's a capable passer.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Kevin, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Richard, Cam Thomas has been criticized for his shot selection at times, but the guy can flat out score.
Oh, he's a walking bucket, and to his credit, he works on taking these difficult shots because he knows that is a valuable skill in this league.
He's perfect from the line this time. And RJ, you played 7 seasons in a Nets uniform, the most of any of your team.
Yeah, it was a great way to start my career consistently in the playoff picture. It was really the most sustained success that the franchise has enjoyed.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Here's Tatum. Really struggled in the loss against Indiana. Busted. No good that time either.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Team seconds.
Thomas outside, hits the three-point bomb. Thomas got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Brown. Inside. Off the run.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
The Nets have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Here's Etienne, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pritchard from outside. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And Etienne gets it to go. He's got 5.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
Here's Brown. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
It's Porter outside. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here's White, diving in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Outside Tatum. There's a good screen. All alone. And it goes down 2 points.
That was a beautiful screen set there. And look, Tatum, he'll take care of the rest.
It's Thomas on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. Celtics trail by 13. Outside White. The tray doesn't get it to drop for him.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Now Pritchard. Brown right side. 5 to shoot. Makes it off the glass.
I love seeing Brown get it done inside. He's more than just a jump shooter.
And so Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Here we go, fans. Get on your feet. Get loud. It's time to keep right. Get loud, fans. You know what time it is. It's time for team.
And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. In fourth, the Celtics.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again. Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
So it's the Celtics now, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Brown. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Now here's Tatum, and the shot goes down.
Look, this dude is well built, man. He's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
Volley, and that one is stuffed right through.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Here's Keita, following the bucket by the Nets. Hauser misses. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Guys, back to you.
A dangerous duo for sure. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to Indiana.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Clowney. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And he sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely. Brown, right side. It's stolen. Here's Porter. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
Outside, White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. When you think about Derek White, here's a guy, RJ, who's really grown as a player in all ways.
Yeah, Derek makes smart plays. He's had that experience to see what works and what doesn't. And most often, he makes the necessary plays to put his team in a winning situation.
You've got Wilson. Martin is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Zaire Williams. And it's red hot in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And so White will bring it up for Boston. It's an 18-point game. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
That's good by Wilson.
I guess that defense thought they could live with that, and he punished them for thinking so.
Now here's White. He's got 6. Here's Hauser. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And it's laid in by Boucher. Boucher's got his first basket of the night.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Here's Shireman. Goes up at the stripe, and the rebound goes to Martin.
That's a great look. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, my goodness, man.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Timeout. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Celtics making a switch here. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jason Tatum.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Celtics trail by 19. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. And the 3 ball is good. Boucher's got 5 points in the quarter. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
On the wing. Here's red hot. Boucher defending. Pass to White. Brown wide open. He fires. Tries again. And White kicks to Brown. No good from outside.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Celtics trail by 16. Pritchard passes to White. Brown outside. Boucher against Wilson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. That one misses for Boucher. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Here's Brown following the three-pointer by Brooklyn.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, that's it. Right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And Brooklyn making a change here. Porter's checked in. Well, there have been a few small forwards helping their teams in all sorts of ways like this group, leading the position and rebounding the last 10 games. Second, Jaylen Brown.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
One word you always hear used to describe these guys is active. They don't leave it to just the bigs to do the rebounding. They get in there and do the dirty work themselves.
Here's Hauser. He has yet to score.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Nets leading by 20. Here's Etienne. Off target from three-point range. To the middle. Here's Boucher.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Red Hot. Back to Porter. There's the three. They get it again. And he jams it with authority.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Three-pointer, Pritchard. Here's Brown. Gets in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
And that one's good by Porter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Boucher. Brown sets a screen for Boucher. And here's Tatum for 3. Connects from three-point range. Tatum's got 7.
This is what great scorers do. Tatum rises to the three-point challenge.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Thomas, good.
And an amazing performance he's putting on from three-point range here in the second quarter.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And really just a bad loss, no other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his pass.
Oh,
yes!
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They swipe it. Here we go, one-on-one.
Oh, wow! That is powerful.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be.
Put it down!
Oh, my gracious. Way to get up.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-handed.
Guys, straight power there. Straight power. Cam Thomas getting it done for the Nets. And he's supplying a lot of their offense with his three-point shooting. Knocked down 4 from distance in that quarter alone. And we'll be right back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to second quarter. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. contestant. Well done.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest. And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie. It was not me. I never throw the first chicken wing.
Yeah, I can't believe you just snitched, Kenny.
Well, I don't care who did it. You're both cleaning it up.
But Ernie was Kenny.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Nets.
They're breaking at every opportunity, which we are seeing across the league, Shaq.
Yeah, once the defense is set in half court, it's tougher to score.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. On the floor for Boston, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the point. The Celtics shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Fires away from outside. Rebounded by the Nets.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
That bucket in no time at all. Thomas got 25 points in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside Tatum. Outside White. Off target from outside. The Nets shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, player almost a decade younger. Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the ways the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
Yeah, he's more than capable. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back over to you, Kevin.
You absolutely love that confidence. Okay, Allie, we thank you. And the dunk by Tatum.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
Red hot, and he's good on the three ball. He's got 20.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Let's go, everyone. I needed to get loud in here for your Brooklyn Nets.
Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. Number one, the Nets.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
That three off the mark.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. White dishes to Tatum. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Tatum's got 7 now in this quarter.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
It's Porter outside, rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Brown. Here's Keita. In the corner, Tatum with it. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's White. It's hauled in by Red Hot. Red Hot's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Etienne shot is off. Austin's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pritchard with a wide-open look, and a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn leading by 23. There's Thomas with the 3, and Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. White, and he uses the glass on the layup. White's got 8. And you think of the great shot creators, Richard, how underrated is footwork to what they do?
Oh, it's very underrated. It's not just big men. You look at guys like Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving, even going back to Kobe Bryant. Great footwork will always enable you to get off your shot.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Now White from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Ronnie's got his 6th rebound on the night.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Nice shot by Red Hot.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Outside White. The Celtics working the ball around now. Pritchard gets the bucket.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Williams, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Austin also with the sub. Sam Hauser's checked in for Pritchard. Over in the corner, Williams. This one for 3. The rebound by Keita. The Celtics have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. And there it is for him. Tatum's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Nailed from three-point land.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
The kick out to Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
This is his second 3 this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
There's Williams with the 3. Rebound Boston. Hauser the pass to White. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Tatum no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And that one's good by Porter.
So smooth pulling up there off the dribble. Porter terrific at being unpredictable and knowing when to take that shot.
Here's Hauser. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And Thomas has it in the corner. And the Nets, another 3.
And Thomas is a very efficient shooter from those corners.
Now here's Tatum. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Brown. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And so it's Brooklyn, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Cam Thomas, Tyler Williams out there with Wilson, and it's Wolf in at the 5. So that's the Nets 5.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Williams. Here's Etienne. He's covered by Pritchard. Here's Wilson, and the shot goes in. Pritchard with the ball. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up on Sunday. They'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And that one falls for Boucher. And the Nets making a change here. Highsmith is checked in. So Boucher nails both of them. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
At point-blank range, oh, yeah. You're not missing from there.
Boston shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Thomas against Brown. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
So it's the Celtics now. Out to the right wing. Pritchard, he's open. And no good. Trying to use the glass. To the inside. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Pritchard. And here is Brown. Pass to Hauser. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And Boucher sends it back. And there's the drive. Pritchard gets the bucket.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. So for the Nets, Connie's checked in, and it's red hot in for Wilson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Red hot the pass to Porter. Shoots over Hauser, and that one's good by Porter. And the Nets lead by 21.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways. Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Brooklyn.
No, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Brown is checked in for Boston. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world, so there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
He just powered that one of the game's top dunkers. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort.
Now Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Outside Tatum. Boston again missing. The Nets have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Hands it from downtown.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end. You love to see the competitive fire, but he couldn't sink that revenge triple.
Nice shot by Red Hot.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's Etienne, and the Nets another three.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Great open look there. That's 10 points for Derek White.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch.
Oh, my goodness, the slam!
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Boston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Took him no time at all on that one. Porter's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Back to White from deep. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. There is one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
And Brooklyn making a change here. There's 42 seconds left in the game. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Tatum. It's deflected. Here's Red Hot. He takes it in. Here's Wilson. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Red Hot the pass to Wilson. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. There was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Red Hot.